Last season we were introduced to something called the Oathbound, which was an olden day version of the Imagined Order, and it was led by someone called the Ageless, who is a snapshot of Geno. The Ageless would be left to rule the Oathbound while the actual Geno was out conquering realities, one of them being Reality Zero. And the Ageless would also have his own castle, also known as the Citadel. The Oathbound would be responsible for making many unique inventions, for example the Falcon Scout, the Shockwave Hammer, and many more. But ever since the start of Season 2, the Oathbound have just disappeared, leaving the Citadel empty with no Ageless champion there. Some Fortnite players were actually confused why last season was just medieval themed when this season is just futuristic and everything like that. And to the players that didn't know, that was all because of the Rift Gate. But in this video I have a theory, and that is a theory about what happened to the Oathbound. So before I start this theory, I really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. So at the end of last season, the Rift Gate was up and ready to go. And Rift Warden Stellan, who played a massive part last season, mentioned that he was building a Rift Gate for two different people. One, the Ageless champion, and two, a shapeless man who is very much believed to be Geno, or maybe even the Nothing. But I'm not going to get all into that. Stellan admitted that if the Rift Gate fails, then there will be consequences. And Stellan was hoping that this Rift Gate would not fail. But in part 4 of last season's quest, basically we found out that someone did manipulate the coordinates for this Rift Gate. This left to the Rift Gate over destabilizing, and then it destroying itself. Now, a destroyed version of the Rift Gate is still actually on the Season 2 island, but there is no sign of Stellan. Now, I have two theories of what could have happened to Stellan. My first theory is that he is hiding, which I'll get more into later. But for my second theory, and that is that he has been murdered. For this Rift Gate, Stellan was working with two different people, and like I said, that was the Shapeless Man and the Ageless. Last season, Stellan said a lot of things about the Shapeless Man, and Stellan's voice lines made it sound like that if the Rift Gate fails, then an aggression will grow in the Shapeless Man. That aggression leading to something very bad. And although it was the Saboteur's fault for the Rift Gate being destroyed because it was too unstable, and so maybe all the blame was put on Stellan, and the Ageless Champion's only wish was a Rift Gate. And then if someone's only wish would then just end negatively, and then they'll have hatred in their body for the person who has messed it all up. And all the hatred would go to Stellan, not the Saboteur, just Stellan. And so this could probably actually lead in the Ageless Champion murdering him, but this is only a theory, and I know it's quite a bad one, but just, it might be true. Remember, it's just a theory, okay? But now going back to the real question, what has actually happened to the Oathbound? For now, it is unconfirmed, but there is actually quite a few theories about it. And then if we kind of merge all these theories together, then it will kind of make sense. The Oathbound were used to their olden day vibe, because Zero Fusion took us back to many years ago. And back then, the Ageless and the whole entire Oathbound itself would probably not even know what Zero Fusion is. So the Oathbound wouldn't actually have a clue that us as loopers have been through the modern age. And back then, as the Ageless didn't gain all the knowledge that the actual Geno has today, they probably won't even know what a sideways rift does. And so when that sideways rift caused a mega city and its other parts of its reality to come to the island, the rest of the Oathbound actually probably got scared because they'd never seen something like this before, and in which this probably led them to hide somewhere. If they would hide somewhere, well, we wouldn't know where for now. And so if the Oathbound hiding theory is wrong, then maybe Epic Games just forgot about them. So maybe this season Epic Games are focusing on more organizations. For example, the Fox Clan, Riverguard, and the Peace Syndicate. And there are also signs for the last reality to return, as well as there is a new Triarch Nox NPC on the map, and some other teasers as well, which I'll talk about in more context in future videos. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have had an amazing day so far, and peace out guys. Anyway, see ya.